The Republican proposed HEALS Act has been out for a little over a day now, and I've had a little bit of time to digest it. Will we see any EIDL grants or loans? What about increased PPP? All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, and volunteer paramedic. After digging through the proposed bill, there was not a single mention of EIDL anywhere. LA Late sums it up perfectly.
Wondering that EIDL grant bill that everyone is talking about was, of course, not included in the Republican second stimulus package. They don't even want to hear about it. It's not in the Democratic second stimulus package as well. So it's literally out in la-la land, and I don't know where it's going or what's happening with it. A lot of people are asking me, am I going to get the grant money because of that bill? First of all, it's a bill. It's not law. Second of all, it's not even up for a vote. Third, it's not even on the front burner anywhere. So I think it's been written with the hope that someone gets some, booking on Ellen DeGeneres or something. But that is about it for that bill. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
What does this mean for EIDL? Sadly, it looks like EIDL is the bastard stepchild that just nobody loves. I guess the SBA has screwed it up so badly that neither party wants to have anything to do with it. What about the other bill that I covered on Monday? Will this get passed? Well, currently as it stands, it's not even on the floor yet to be voted. If you guys want this bill passed, you need to call your senators and demand more EIDL allocations. I know some of you have asked in the comments if you can still apply for a loan through EIDL, and well, the answer is yes. They are still accepting applications for the loan. The only part that is closed right now is the actual grant advance portion. You should see my video that covers all of this and why you should accept the loan. The link is in the description and also in the card above. Now moving over to PPP, which I know some of you guys really don't like, but it serves one heck of a great purpose. Anyways, in this bill there is a second round of PPP authorizations. Then if it wasn't confusing enough, Senator Marco Rubio, Republican from Florida, chairman of the Senate Committee on Small Business and Entrepreneurship, and Senator Susan Collins, a senior member of the Senate Committee on Appropriations and Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pension, has introduced their own bill called the Continuing Small Business Recovery and Paycheck Protection Act. The Continuing Small Business Recovery and Paycheck Protection Program would include 1. Long-term recovery sector loans. This would create a guaranteed long-term, low-interest working capital product by improving the terms of the 7A SBA loans for seasonal businesses and businesses located with lower income communities. The loans would equal twice the borrower's annual revenues, up to $10 million, with a maturity of 20 years and an interest rate fixed at 1% for the borrower. This bill would allow businesses with less than 500 employees have seen their revenues decline by 50% or more in the first or second quarter of this year compared to last year. There would also be a second draw for PPP loans, providing the funds to allow the hardest hit small employers, those who have seen their revenues decline by 50% or more, to be able to receive a second PPP loan. The bill would limit those that receive their second forgivable loans to entities of businesses with less than 300 employees and would set aside special funds for businesses with 10 or fewer employees. The bill would also include $10 billion set aside for community lenders to access some of these draw funds. This would also fix some of the problems with the PPP loan, allowing businesses to utilize their forgivable PPP funds for personal protective equipment for workers, adaptive investments needed for businesses to operate safely amid the pandemic, and also additional expenses. They also made it so much simpler for loans of less than $150,000 to be forgiven, with a lot less paperwork. Additionally, it would be further expanded eligibility for specific nonprofit 501c3 and 501c6 organizations with less than 300 employees. Small business growth and domestic production investment facilities would provide an additional provision of $10 billion long-term debt through the SBA, yeah, those guys, to invest in small businesses with significant revenue loss due to COVID during manufacturing and domestic supply issues. Now, personally, I believe that the HEALS Act is going to take a really long time for them to finish the negotiations, so the second act actually has a pretty high chance of being approved kind of in the interim, giving businesses the small shot in the arm that they need to survive. Now, what I find is very interesting is the increase in the SBA 7A loans, which almost is a replacement for the EIDL loan program in this context. And in fact, in some cases, it's actually better, because with this loan, it's only 1% for 20 years instead of the 3.75% in the EIDL program. This is huge, and this is something that, if passed, I will most definitely apply for my business. Come on, 1% interest for 20 years? That is unheard of. Now, as you guys can kind of see around me in the studio, things have been changing. As my channel has accelerated and expanded over the past month, I've poured a lot of money and time and energy into improving this studio and getting the lighting and the camera focus just right, and to also improve the content for this channel. Now that the country is slowly starting to reopen again, I will be taking you along with me on some of my business deals, real estate properties, and so much more, and actually show you how I make money every single day rather than just talking about it here in the studio. But I really need your help. What kind of content do you guys want? Why don't you comment down below and let me know. Now, currently, it looks like the only videos you guys are really watching are videos dedicated on the SBA EIDL program, but I want to make sure this channel continues to be of value to all of you after this pandemic is finally over. With that in mind, I will be working on bringing more content that will help you make more money and to build financial freedom for yourself. That way, should the unthinkable happen and our country is faced with another pandemic again, you will be able to weather the storm without hoping that the government doesn't screw it up. So please, in the comments down below, tell me what you guys want to see and I'll make some videos on it. Also, make sure you check out my other videos and share them with your friends on social media accounts. That really helps us support the channel and I appreciate it. Now, before I close, please make sure you check out the Webull link in the description. When you open your account with $100, they will give you 2 free stocks, with one of those stocks being valued up to $1,400. Doing so also helps us support this channel. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.